Yes, fight fans, body and mind, sports, my people. You are fully appreciated if you are here for another session of boxing talk, my people. In this round, I have for you Conor Benn, my guys, and the National Anti-Doping Panel, who have lifted his provisional suspension for the second and last time, my guys. The first time around, it was appealed. It was appealed against by UCAD, that is the UK Anti-Doping. They were responsible, actually, for placing the suspension. The suspension was then reinstated. However, this second time around, UCAD, they have decided, alongside with the British Boxing Board of Control, that they will not be appealing this last time round, my guys, my people. Which means Conor Benn is now free to fight again on UK soil. The UK soil is all his, my guys, my people. Not only that, but the panel have done him an extra favor in totally exonerating him. They say he is now clear of all wrongdoing, my people. So he's been cleared of all wrongdoing, my people. That is very bizarre. Totally bizarre. I have to ask, how did they come to this conclusion? And the answer they gave is that UCA did not provide satisfactory evidence to prove, my guys, that Conor Benn was in fact guilty of doping. And I find that very hard to believe. A lot of yous feeling the same as well, thinking, dear God, this cannot be right, my guys. Yeah, this cannot be right. Was Conor Benn not the one that failed two drug tests in the follow-up to his fight with Chris Eubank Jr. in 2022, my people? And as a result, the fight was cancelled. Conor Benn shipped off to suspension, my people. So how could it be that is cleared of all wrongdoings? After all, he failed the test, right? And which evidence, yeah? Which piece of evidence could have been stronger than those test results? Which piece of evidence could have been stronger than those test results? My people. So because to me, to tell you the truth, those test results, when you fail a test, is more or less like getting caught red-handed. And so you've been caught red-handed. I believe an automatic suspension should be applied. My people. And it should be applied. An automatic suspension should be applied and attached to it a length of time to serve your suspension, and that should be it. There shouldn't be no extra governing body trying to lift us. You know what I mean? There should not be any external interference, my people. It should just be clean, transparent. There you go, boom. You did it. Serve your time. You can come back. Just don't do it again. Otherwise, it's permanent. Should just be like that. But in this case, it wasn't like that, which revealed a lot of things to me. One, UCAD is either very, very weak or powerless. I mean, it's the same thing. They're either very, very weak, or they are incompetent at their job. Because why is it that the panel just keeps refuting the evidence that they bring along, my people, if not for their incompetence, and the fact that they lack power, my guys, to actually enforce a suspension and have it stick. Not only that, but this whole case has shown me that all these agencies working together doesn't bring any good, really. It only works to confuse the whole situation, make the whole job cumbersome and just lengthy, too long. And again, because they're not working under the same exact rules, every one of them have their own internal rules that they work by, and not working strictly under the same jurisdiction. So yeah, I mean, that the likelihood of them overruling one another is just, yeah, it's just very very likely. It's very very high, my people. And corruption, for corruption to fester and breed, the space is wide open. It's wide open, my guys, my people. um and there are loopholes where if you don't have any money, you're gonna have to rock with your suspension, my guys. You can't you won't be seeing any loopholes. um But if you happen to be Conor Benn on the right side of the money and you got a good legal team, they can snoop out these loopholes for you and get you out of trouble. It's not about whether you're innocent or not at the end of the day. So it's quite funny when the panel exonerates him. It's farcical, my guys. As far as Conor Benn's team are concerned, it's just about getting him out of trouble and getting him back fighting again. My people. But he's not the only. In fact, I wouldn't say he got away with it, but other people have got away with it. Tyson Fury, Sal Canelo Alvarez. These are all money people. While you have people like Liam Cameron, who is not, you know, um, awarded that luxury because he's just not a big name. He's just not a big name, and he was suspended, not even for a performance enhancement, for recreational stuff, and he had to sit out, I believe, for like 5 years. Nobody knew. It was just quiet. No, not a big noise made about it. Not a big noise at all, like in the Conor Benn case, my guys. However, though, I do feel though, well, if you feel that Conor Benn still needs to be punished, I don't think so. I think he's been punished already. Although he did fight in America, though, that's pretty weird, and they need to sort that out because it defeats the whole idea, the whole effort to try and uh, you know keep the sport a level and playing field, my guys. It just defeats the whole idea. You can't be suspended in one place and then you're going someone else fighting. That's farcical. Very, very backwards, my guys, my people. But look, people, if you are mad at Conor Benn, don't be mad at him. Be mad at the agencies involved, my guys. You know why you should be mad at them. Some people are saying they should, open up the dossiers to the media and the public. There's no point in that. Even UCAD isn't asking for that, and even UCAD is not appealing. So why bother, my guys? Conor Benn, I think he's done his time. This case should now move on. Should move on. He should move on. Everybody should move on, my guys. He did nothing wrong apart from, you know, um, test apart from fail the tests, I guess. Apart from ingesting substances that he shouldn't have. But apart from that, once you're in trouble, it's only natural human nature to try and find a way out of it. And he has, luckily, my guys, my people. But however, he should now be allowed to get on with his career. He served 2 years already not fighting on the UK soil, my people. So yeah, he did abide by the suspension, although it was lifted and so forth, just played about with, cumbersome and lengthy, like I said. And yeah, yeah. But look, guys, if you're finding it hard to move on, like I said, all the agencies they've moved on. Nobody's appealing this. Everybody has moved on, my guys, and yeah, I'll show you why. Because Conor Benn is now involved in talks with Chris Eubank Jr. Actually, they were in talks, but those talks fell apart. They were to make the fight that they were supposed to make initially, my guys. But Chris Eubank Jr. he walked away, preferring instead to go for a title shot at middleweight versus Eris Landy Lara. And I really think that's a great move. After all, that is the greatest criticism in his career. The fact that his career has spanned what, 11, 12 years, and has never fought for a title, never had a title. I know right now he's an interim champion. You know, Um, but yeah, he's never fought for a title, my guys. Never had a full title. But anyway, his promoter Ben Shalom, they were in negotiations to make the Conor Benn fight, and according to him, the reason why the fight fell by the waistline is, of course, Chris Eubank Jr. would refuse even big fights if they don't make sense. He gave the Canelo fight as an example, and the Golovkin fight. In both cases, though, I feel that Eubank actually ducked those fights, my people. Um, yeah, so I think he ducked those fights. But still, there were big fights, and he did. Ben Shalom, like I said, stated that he would refuse big fights if they don't make sense. So why did the Conor Benn fight not make sense? And according to Ben Shalom, Conor Benn has he's been out of the ring for nearly 2 years. Um, he has never fought for a world title. He's not a pay-per-view name, and he's never earned seven figures, my guys. So yeah, I agree with all of those. But what about Chris Eubank Jr., my people? What about Chris Eubank Jr.? He's not a pay-per-view name like that. His highest pay-per-view is 200,000, my guys. And that's not like astronomical. It's just, he just makes it. You squeeze in. That's good. You know what I mean? You just make it by the skin of your teeth, you know. So yeah, that's nothing to be shouting over the hills about. But and demanding a bigger split on the purse, you know, because that's what he really wants, really, a bigger split on the purse. Yeah, but at this point, it's not about that, my guys. It's not about all these pay-per-view star, blah blah blah. It's nothing about that. They both bring in the same. Actually, this Chris Eubank Jr. This pers- this fight, you know, is estimated may bring in over 500 thousand pay-per-views. So, and Eubank has never done nowhere near that by himself. So, which other name is he gonna find in the UK to do that apart from Ben? I mean, they're both riding on their father's legacy anyway. Their name, they're both riding on that. The ex-fighting father's legacy and the hatchet that they buried after they retired that they had. So they're now using that to promote Eubank Jr. and Conor Benn, you know, as a resurrection of that hatchet, rekindled, you know, within their children, my guys. So yeah, yeah, that's what they're using to promote this fight, and it's gonna be a big fight. It's a stadium fight, big stadium fight. Um, I'm hearing plans are it will come later on in the year, 2025, um, possibly April. I'm hearing there's gonna be two, maybe another one in September, October, in two separate locations in the UK, and it deserves to be in the UK. I think this one. I don't want them to Riyadh season Saudi Arabia. This one, no way, man. This one needs to be for the UK fans. This is a UK fight, my guys. A UK fight, my people. But yeah. In any case, though, they won't be fighting next. Eubank wants to make Lara. Um, Ben wants to make Marius Barrios. If they both win, they both become champions. Their fight becomes even more bigger, man. Even more bigger event, my guys. You know, so yeah, I'm looking forward to that, my guys, my people. So that's what I got so far on those two plebs, my guys, my people. But now let's move forward to somebody else, Jerome Bruce Ennis, who could be linked to Conor Benn later on along the line, my guys, my people. If Conor Benn becomes champion, maybe along the line he could make a unification bout with Ennis. I mean, after all, he still gets to keep his title if he fights Eubank, because he's going up to 160 to fight Eubank. Again, another reason why that fight should be more or less close to 50-50, because he's given up a lot more risky fight, he's taking a lot more risks, my guys. But anyway, yeah, Ennis, my people, he is in a spot of bother, my guys. Not exactly like Conor Benn was in, but he's now been labeled a big fat duck, my guys, and he's been exposed by several people. The last person now to expose him is Turki Al Sheikh, my guys, who has tried to link Ennis up with Virgil Ortiz for February the 22nd date. That's Riyadh season, my guys, my people. According to Turki Al Sheikh, Ennis gave him his word and went back on it when came crunch time, my people. When came crunch time. He said he does not want the fight at 154, my people. And then from there on, stop answering calls. He stopped answering calls, my guys, my people. So now the fight has been given to Israel Madrimov after Ortiz himself considered several opponents before they arrived at that position. First, they considered even Lara. They considered, and he's a 160 pounder. Virgil Ortiz fights at 154, Ennis at 147. But Ortiz was considering Lara, Xander Zayas, who else? Sebastian Fondora, even Terence Bud Crawford was his very first choice. But according to Turki Al Sheikh, he said they couldn't bring Crawford on board because Crawford right now is not even training. He's not in training because he's injured. So yeah, he is injured. He is not ready. And then Sebastian Fondora, he is more, kind of. He's looking for the Errol Spence fight. We know Errol Spence is now his number one challenger. Is now his number one contender in the WBC rankings at 154, my guys, my people. So he wants that fight, Fondora. So they had nobody else left but Israel Madrimov, and he's got a fight in December, my people. He's got a fight in December against Bohachuk, and that is not going to be an easy fight. We saw Bohachuk beat him, Virgil Ortiz, and he didn't get the decision. Ortiz got gifted there, my people. So yeah. So more or less, Turkey labeling him a duck, my guys, a duck. But Israel Madrimov may not even make it to that fight February the 22nd if he's not careful. If he's got injured or he loses, anything could not. It's not for certain that he makes it to February the 22nd. That's all I'm saying, my guys. It's not certain, my people. Anything could get in the way of that. Well, anyway, Turkey is not the only person who has exposed Jerome Bruce Ennis of not answering calls and ducking a fight with Virgil Ortiz at 154. His promoter Eddie Hearn has as well. We know Ennis said he had no idea that they were negotiations going on his behalf. If anybody's talking anything, they shouldn't believe them unless it comes from him himself. That's what he said, right? And he said, well, from now on going forward, whether I'm going to 147 or 154, I will be giving you that information later on in time. In time, meaning that he may never ever tell us, my guys. So yeah, that is, you can read between the lines there that yeah, if he has not decided whether he's staying at 147 or 154, obviously he's not going to be fighting Ortiz. He made that very clear. But the fact that he said that he wasn't aware of negotiations, Eddie Hearn blew him up on that, exposed him. Not only did he say that Ennis accepted an initial offer of 147, yeah, with Virgil Ortiz, even though Virgil Ortiz can't make 147 safely. It's a risk to his health because he has a health condition called rhabdomyolysis or something like that, which is something to do with how he loses muscle mass, my guys. And so he cannot make that weight safely. This is not even a joke. His life could be at risk here. He's been hospitalized before. And yeah, he can't do that. He can't do that. But Ennis accepted it at 147. But then Eddie Hearn was told that is a mistake. The fight would be at 154. And as soon as he let Jerome Bruce Ennis know this, Jerome Bruce Ennis said that well, in that case, you will not be good. Actually, Hearn told him it will be at 154 and you may have to lose your title. And yeah. So Jerome Bruce Ennis said, in that case, then if I have to drop my titles, I really can't make a decision right now. You know, he said he can't make a decision right now. And again, he stopped answering calls. Stopped answering calls. So he was aware of negotiations, my people. He was clearly aware of negotiations. And this is a missed opportunity because we know, because and he's not even a straightforward person. He's not a man of his word. You can't trust his word. You know, that's some snaky behavior there. Promising one thing and then you can't even honor it. Yeah, I promise I'm gonna fight Virgil, or promising Turkey, and he can't even keep his word. And it's not like he's getting the fights at 147 anyway. 1 minute he's saying he will fight at 154, and then another minute I'm going to stay at 140. The guy is so indecisive, my people, that if you're working for him, you don't know what to do for him. And even the fights at 147, he's not getting it. Brian Norman, Stanionis, Barrios have all had offers, and they all said the offers were too low. We can't fight for that. So Eddie Hearn is not even putting out the money to make those fights for Ennis at 147, my people. So trust me, Ennis 2025, if he does not make any of the championship fights happen, unifications at 147, he will be a clear duck. He will be declared a clear duck, my guys. It's also been revealed he had an offer from to fight from Tim Tszyu. Just before Tim Tszyu was linked with Keith Thurman, that fell down the waistline, and then he went on to fight Sebastian Fondura in March, my people. So yeah, Keith Jerome Bruce Ennis has had offers, chances to make those big fights, those legacy fights, those fights that would transcend him to the next level, and to be the star that he wants to be, considered for the Hall of Fame like he wants to be, my people. To just stack up his legacy and his bank account, my guys. But yeah, he seems to be shook. He seems to be shook, my guys. I mean, he can just go one fight up and back again and compete at 147, right? And he does not have to lose his IBF title, my guys. Tim Bradley made clear of that. All he has to do, Tim Bradley, by the way, was very blatant. Called him a straight duck. He said he has all the characteristics, my guys. Well, anyway, he does not have to lose his IBF title at 147 to move up, because he just made a mandatory against Karen Chukadzian, my guys. So that means all he has to do is let the IBF know I'm gonna fight Ortiz, and they're gonna sanction it as long as they are willing to pay the sanctioning fees, my guys. And that is it, my people. So what is holding Jerome Bruce Ennis? I think this is going to tarnish his brand, and yeah, man, his stock is going to take a major hit on this if he does not get a unification fight next, at least. But I think there might still be a window, so he should be training, getting himself ready for Ortiz if he really wants that fight, my guys. Because he's really not looking good right now. He should be training hard, looking to get that fight, my guys. Because Majimov, like I said, he may not make it to February the 22nd. He could lose against Berhachuk. He could be injured. He could win, but not win so great, so his confidence might not be up. So Ennis could still have the window to get himself in there if he really wants it, my guys, my people. But as for now, I'm gonna say Jerome Bruce Ennis, you have shown every sign of ducking Virgil Ortiz. If you don't make those unifications, like you said, you want to stay at 147, then it's really not looking good, my guy. It's not looking good. Well, in any case, my people, I think it's time to call it a day on this one, my guys. It's long enough, 25 minutes. I wanted to make it shorter than this, but I've not made a video for a little while. I just wanted to give you as much of the story as possible, my guys, my people. So, well, what I am going to do now, my guys, is just say, before you leave, do like, do share, subscribe, and of course, drop your comments below. And as always, my guys, stay super blessed.